Roll sound. Camera. Quiet on the set. Rolling. Action.
The reason I started my company was because we were a group of women playwrights and directors and actors. They couldn't get their work produced. And I said, well, why do we have to wait for anyone to produce it? Let's do it ourselves. So that was how we started the company. That was why we started the company, because we needed to get women's work out there, and we wanted to see their voice being heard, their ideas being seen, and that was the whole impetus for starting the company. When we were putting the company together, it was originally it was myself and 2 writers that came together, and we were thinking about names for the company, but we wanted something that was magical and earthbound and kind of incorporated that whole thing about the maid, the crone, and the goddess. And Weird Sisters just kept coming back again and again, so that was how the name began. And I always think that film is more like the universe, taking on the universe, whereas theatre is more taking on the black box. So you're in a very different world, but they both inform each other, and they're both. I love going back to doing theatre after I've done a film, because I realise that's why I'm doing this. This was the reason I did this in the first place. Which is, you know, part of what I love about filmmaking is you can go from one aspect to another and have a great time. I think women are still struggling to make their voice heard. I think as women, though, we really do have to push that envelope more so, and I think we have to push through that glass ceiling. And I don't know that we've broken it, we're breaking it, but I don't think we've come out the other side completely in our full glory yet. And we will, and we are, but it's concerted effort that we still have to really drive towards and make happen for ourselves. And I think, you know, women can take a lot from supporting each other and not pulling the ladder up. I think that sometimes happens. We're not going to lose jobs because another woman's got it. It's just, it makes more jobs. That's what it should be about, is making more jobs for more women to make more films. I mean, one of the things I think that led me to directing was because people asked me to direct. People started to say, oh, would you mind directing this? Would you do this? And suddenly all I wanted to do was direct. I didn't want to act anymore. And I found actually when I turned, you know, realized that the directing was really my true métier, I became a much happier person. I became much more grounded and much more centered and much more able to see the world as it was, as opposed to being really preoccupied with one grain of sand.
Mary Louise, scene 1, take 1.
I think the qualities of a good director is storytelling, ultimately. Good leadership skills which encompass collaboration with everybody from the PA to the producer and the cast, of course, and having a great relationship with your crew and your cast, and treating everybody as a family member, and making a product which you all believe in, and making that a heartfelt thing. I was about to get emotional then.
Cut. Good, 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 good. Bad.